What's up, guys? Welcome to my movie review for Casino. So, in this episode, I want to talk about the movie Casino and why it was such a great movie and everything. So, basically, the stars are Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, James Woods, Sharon Stone, and Don Rickles. And so, the movie starts off with Sam walking towards his car. He starts it up, catches on fire, blows up in the air and everything. And then it has that big cinematic at the beginning there when they show all the opening credits. But I'm going to dive deeper into the story now. So, yeah, then after that, it starts. The story really starts off with Sam talking about that he was given one of the biggest casinos to run, the Tangiers in Las Vegas. It's a fake place, I believe, but like in the movie, that's what he ran. And this is one of these. This is like a gangster, uh, intense gangster action, classical casino stories. Long name, but that's what I call it. Gangster action classic casino story, where Sam's working in the Tangiers, and his old pal Billy Sherbert, uh, he hires him to be his casino manager. Then this idiot cowboy guy called Ward, who's the county sheriff's brother-in-law, starts working there, and he's like not knowing what he's doing and all, and he wasn't paying attention to the slots and whatever. And then later on, Sam, of course, ends up firing him. But we'll get into that. So, like, yeah, basically, then Nicky Santoro starts taking, like, he talks about the people in the casino had so much money that you couldn't, like, cash out with $100 bills or something, and that the board of directors didn't know what was going on, and then a guy walking out of the casino with a suitcase, stuff like that. They had like some grill dancers and stuff in this during like the shows and whatnot, and they would I don't know, they celebrated. There was a scene where they celebrated someone's birthday in the movie and whatever. Some like chicks that were celebrating this guy's birthday, and it all comes down to that Sam was a little bit not so feeling conservative, because like the thing is that he ends up meeting Ginger McKenna at the casino one day when he's at work, looking at the security camera, likes her, then starts to take her out. Then she becomes his girlfriend, gives her everything that she wants, the jewelry, uh, all his things, everything. He lets her have everything, and and then he gave her the key, the one and only key that he wanted, and he wanted that box to be locked for everyone, including himself. Like, literally, it was her own thing that no one was allowed to touch. But then later on, like, Ginger starts saying, like, oh, Lester was the right one for me, and stuff like that. Uh, you, I'm the wrong girl for you, Sam. And he's like, no, I love you. I think we should just knock ourselves out. Then that's what they did. They got married and stuff. They had a young girl. Right when she was born when Sam was like 43 or so. That's when he met Ginger, I think, and everything. Wait, actually, like around there. But point here is that they had a lovely relationship, but then Sam like turned it the other way. He thought that he could switch her and make her the best kind, but then she ended up being one of the worst kinds. And that's all because she started falling for making affairs with Lester Diamond and like doing all drugs and stuff or whatever. And eventually just she ended up becoming so crazy. And then that's when I start to hate Ginger. Because she starts having affairs with Nicky Santoro and Lester Diamond. And then she realized she didn't want to be with Lester Diamond because he was trying to kidnap her and the daughter. But like, then what we notice is that Ginger wanted Nicky to kill Sam. That's the only reason why she's with him. But then Nicky thought that she was completely crazy for asking him to do that just for her, because they had known each other. Nicky and Sam knew each other for 35 years, so it seemed absolutely crazy. But Sam is just kind of egotistical, doesn't really think twice about stuff. That's why he's kind of a dumbass and a short stick. But Nicky Santoro, on the other hand, and his brother Dominic, they're like completely off the hook. Like, they just behave so bad and everything. And then that famous casino desert scene when he gets mad at Sam for talking shit about him, and like then they had to like they just avoided each other for a while. And this movie has constantly people saying stuff like fucking this, fucking that, and everything. So it did get a little bit boring after a while, but I watched this a few times and it was good. So like the general idea here is that, you know, it's super depressing, this story, not comical. But the other thing to point out is by the end, Ginger was so strung on drugs and stuff that she ended up basically killing herself. Nicky Santoro and his brother were killed in the wheat fields. But honestly, the brother deserved it too for spitting in the guy's sandwich that he made at the sandwich shop, because Nicky had his restaurant and the brother ran it for him. And it's the same restaurant where Sam got all mad at Ginger for tying up his daughter and everything. But like, point here is that I'm unappreciative of Ginger's actions and Lester's actions, and most importantly, Nicky's and his brother's. Because then he ended up saying, "Have a good day" to the cops after giving them the sandwich, and he's like, "Choke on that." So yeah, he deserved to be killed at the end with baseball bats. Nicky and his brother Dominic, then they ended up getting buried and stuff. And then they re-show the car scene at the end where Sam blows up and stuff. And then it was just completely lucky and everything that he survived. And then he just got healed up and stuff, I guess. And yeah, this was a good movie. I'd rate it 8.5, 8.6 out of 10. Good movie. I recommend it. It's a classic. Not the best, like I said, because it doesn't have comic relief. And it's a little long, but it's good. Great movie. I always love talking about it to people. So yeah, check this out if you haven't. Like this video, comment down. Peace out, guys.